What's up, y'all? I am Nicole Lerner, and we are back with what used to be called Just Started Watching Anime. Just started watching anime. I'm so choked up about it, I can hardly say it. We used to go by Just Started Watching Anime, and now we go by Together We Anime. I was not ready for stuff to take a turn so quickly and so tragically.
Bro, I don't think you understand. I thought I missed something.
Me too, for real. So I was like, wait, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, the ball
I
turned
I
into a
I hit
Pakistan.
rewind. I was like, did I miss it?
For a lot of anime that are built up like this, it takes some form of tragedy. He's already gone through a great tragedy, but unfortunately, it may take a greater tragedy for him to really grow to be the leader that he needs to be. And I'm scared. One of them's gonna betray him or like go do something stupid and die, and then that's how he becomes a great leader. I'm scared. Like I genuinely.
What's up, y'all? I am Nicole Lerner, and we are back with what used to be called Just Started Watching Anime. Just started watching anime. I'm so choked up about it. Um, I can hardly say it. But yeah, we used to go by Just Started Watching Anime, and now we go by Together We Anime. And every month here we watch an anime together. We talk about it on this here pod, and we give a ranking on it to let you know whether or not you should watch it or if you should tell other people to watch it. Yeah. And with that said, did I miss anything?
I
Guys,
don't
did I
know.
miss anything?
I don't know.
I don't
Okay.
think you did. I don't.
That sounds pretty
It sounds
normal.
accurate.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Um all right, so before we get into this, before we get started, we're going to introduce ourselves to let you guys know a little bit about ourselves and yeah, we're gonna let you know about ourselves. So I am Nicole Lerner. Uh, Initially, I started this pod thing, this anime pod thing with the homies a couple years ago, just because I wanted to, embark on a new area of entertainment. And yeah, started getting into anime with the homies. And I'm excited to get into more. And that's all you need to know about me for now. All right. And then on to the next person who wants to take the reins.
I mean, I can go. It's me, Stick Braxton. Um, I was on the journey with Nick as we went embarked on our journey last time. We had a great time. I learned about some new anime that I had never heard about, and now is on my all-time list. And I also learned about some anime that was not. And so, I'm looking forward to more of that going forward, man. But yeah, I'm excited.
Nice, nice. Nisho. Tell the people who you are, what they need to know.
Hmm. What do they need to know? Uh, I am Nisho Soul, hip hop artist, lover of music, lover of gaming, lover of anime. Hence, why I'm in Together We Anime with the lovely friends that I have made along the way. Um, been an anime head since I was a kid, and fast forward to really coming into my own of like finding mutually like-minded people of like, oh, you like some of the same anime I do. Oh, you have the same exact gripe about this thing that I do. Word, we should be friends. So this is pretty much how we all got cool to an extent. One was through music, one was through a combination of anime, music, wrestling, all that. But the journey with the anime homies for the past couple years has been dope. It's lovely to be back. I think that's really all we need to know right now. I think we good.
That's what's up. Yeah, it's very exciting to be back. Excited to get into all of these new shows with y'all and talk and just get back into the swing of things. I really feel like out of the rhythm right now. So I'm trying to get back into my rhythm of it all, you
Like
know.
it's like riding a bike, man.
You know, they
Uh,
say that, but have you ever rode a bike after not riding for like 10 years?
Bro, I haven't rode a bike in years. I'm too big for bikes. What? I'm too big for them. I ride
oh my
exercise
God.
bikes, so it's the same, I think.
Yeah, no, it's not. The point is, you can do it, but not without a little bit of a struggle, you know?
That's real.
That's that.
Uh, but all right. So we don't get off the track. too much. We're gonna go ahead and get into this anime conversation. All right, so as always, we're gonna start off with my summary overview of what happened in the anime. Uh,
What anime is it, Nick?
I'm getting there. I'm warming the people up.
This is
Uh,
this is this
Why?
is this is this is anime foreplay.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow,
this.
I can't say that.
Whatever you about to say, just skip it because don't do that. Don't do that.
Boy, Nick's about to have a fucking field day posted it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
No,
don't
I'm
do
not
that.
gonna say what I was gonna say. If this was my stream, then I would have, but I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Just say.
Um, okay, so the summary. Yeah, so usually I say spoilers, but I've been known not to give spoilers in my summary, so I'm not gonna say that. But just spoiler alert for the whole video if you haven't watched it yet. You might want to turn this off, go watch it, and then come back. But then you won't get our suggestion of whether or not you should watch it. Um, but yeah, anywho, um, so summary. This is what happened, right? So the
Wait,
elusive
what is the
samurai.
name of the anime, bro?
I just said it.
When did you say it?
I just said it. Then you started talking.
Did you
Literally,
actually?
what I
Wait, did
I
you
actually
actually say it though?
I just said it.
Oh my
I ain't paying attention, bro. I can't ride by.
God.
No, literally, when I said it, you said say the anime. I
Oh, I can't.
literally
Oh,
said it at
see,
the same time.
see, I told you I can't ride no bike.
All right. So the anime that we watched together was Elusive Samurai. Um, and here's what I gathered from it. It's a story about a young boy who grows up, pretty spoiled. He's kind of like, you know, he his family assumes he's going to be, I guess, eventually next in line after his brother or something like that. I forget. Um, and then basically the whole family dies. They're murdered. They wipe them out. And so the rest of the anime is about this young elusive warrior Tokiyuki going through the motions of learning how to improve his skills of elusiveness, and he meets all kinds of cool, dope warriors along the way. Also, we meet a bunch of villains along the way, and by the end, we see how his team and how his skills can work towards um defeating the bigger enemy, which is the craziest traitor. No, he's not the craziest traitor of all time, but he's up there. Um, so, but yeah, and we kind of get left off, not on a cliffhanger, but we get left off with the characters kind of riding off into the sunset of sorts and feeling accomplished, but also feeling like, okay, there's more that's going to happen here. So, yeah, that's my summary of the Elusive Samurai.
Episode
Wow.
How
done. We
did I?
good. That did it. There we go. Y'all don't need to see nothing else. We good. We ain't gotta
No,
say shit.
no,
We
no.
good.
There's so much more to talk about. There's,
That's all the people needed. What do you mean, Stick?
there's, there's so much more to talk about.
Actually, for being back, that was the most detailed probably summary I've given. So, um,
It's just funny because it's like, yo, no spoilers, but then like I don't do spoilers in my summary, and then within the first few seconds, yo, everybody dies, bro. But like,
Literally.
everybody dies.
Literally. Yeah, the whole family's got off. You know, it's fine. It's cool.
but if you go, when you go look up like the what's it called? Like when you look up the anime and they give you like the short, brief story, they tell
Mm,
you that already.
yeah,
So it's not, I didn't really spoil that. That's literally just this much of the story.
yeah. No, that
Valid.
is a fact.
Valid.
All right. What we're gonna do is we're all gonna kind of go through and give our overall thoughts on the anime. We're gonna spend a couple minutes on that. Since Stick, you started off with your introduction, and I just gave that amazing summary.
Right.
Uh, Nisha, we're gonna give you the opportunity to speak first. And you can let the people know, like, give them like your overall thoughts on the summary, like how did you feel about it? Did you like it? Um, how did the story grab you? All that kind of good stuff.
Ooh, all right. So it's funny you start with me first because fun fact, people. So when we used to do this, we all watched certain anime at different paces. So this time, these two actually watched it already. I ended up watching it for the first time all the way through. So at the time I'm watching it in real time, I didn't exactly like go episode by episode. I went like, okay, first couple episodes. Oh shit, Elusive Samurai. Oh my god. Halfway through, I'm like, I dig this. I didn't exactly say how I felt about the last episode on purpose because I was saving it for this, but
Mm.
overall, like I really genuinely did enjoy the anime. It was really good, like
Nice.
genuinely really good. Like because when I hit show up, I was like, what the fuck? Like when the first episode, I was like, what the fuck? What is going on? I was like, okay, innocent. Like, and Nick, you actually pointed out the spoiled part of his whole childhood and his upbringing. I honestly didn't peep that until you said. I was like, right, yeah, duh, rich air, right. But like just the shift from that to yeah, there's a war going on and your whole family's about to get wiped out. I'm like, okay, shit, okay, that's a hell of an intro. But that was a hell of a way to bring in the first episode. From there, like I'm not gonna lie, I had certain expectations about how it's gonna go, but it subverted them a little bit as it went on. Like there were some things here and there that I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know, cause we're gonna talk about a certain priest at some point, but yeah, yeah, y'all know. But like other than that, like I genuinely did appreciate the anime as a whole. Like this is really dope, really dope. And I will say, Nick, I'm glad you mentioned that cliffhanger of the last episode because that was about to be my immediate thing I was gonna ask you on a group chat. I was like, I was gonna ask, I'm like, was this an intentional cliffhanger? Because they didn't get to like the big bad villain, which pissed me off a little bit. Because I'm like, they were hyping it up, like you're gonna retake your kingdom, you're gonna fight that big bastard samurai
I
who
know,
betrayed
right?
everybody, and then I'm like, where'd the fight? Where them? What the fuck?
They
Like,
didn't even give us like one of those like pre-fight fights, you know what I'm saying? Where like they kind of go at it, but then like Tokiyuki loses and but
Yep.
somehow still gets away and then, then they come back, Well, not with the main villain. They didn't give us that, you know what I'm
with
saying?
that, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, I will say I did get curious because I was like, it ended on such a cliffhanger. I had to make sure I didn't miss shit. So I
Hmm.
rewatched it twice. I'm like, okay, so I didn't miss shit. What the fuck? So after that, I looked up, is there going to be an Elusive Samurai season two? It is. It got announced last year, but nothing else happened from them. So I don't even know if this shit gonna come out yet. So
Yeah, they might just leave us hanging. That would be wild.
I will
Like,
be pissed. But overall, I enjoyed Elusive Samurai. It was really dope.
yeah. The overall the quality was really good. So maybe they're trying to just make sure they can, meet that same standard again instead of just throwing out some bum shit. Um,
The
so
animation was beautiful, might I add. Beautiful.
yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right. So I'll go next and give my thoughts on the anime overall. So Elusive Samurai. It was I enjoyed it for the most part all the way through. Um Again, like you said, the animation was like so sharp, so vibrant, like crisp, like
Mm.
just really like solid all the way through. I was watching like some other people's commentary on it and they were saying like the dog shooting scene, not dog shooting scene. Whoa, the dog shooting competition scene.
Oh,
They were like the graphics were kind of like cheaply done or something like that. On that, I was like, to the untrained eye, it looked no different to me. And because they took so many different stylistic approaches to the anime throughout it, like I
mm,
thought it was just a part of the way they were telling the story. And for all we know, it still is. I don't know. But yeah, I like the overall look of it. I really like enjoyed like the like obviously y'all know me when it comes to anime. I like to cut them up, slash some stuff real
Mhm.
soon.
we got plenty of it.
So we got that, right out the gate. And it was really surprising because I mean, I knew that fighting was going to take place. I knew war
Mm.
was probably going to take place because of the title, The Elusive Warrior. But I was not ready for stuff to take a turn so quickly and so tragically, with his whole family being murdered, like people being decapitated, them dragging bodies through the property and stuff like that. Like I was not ready for any of that, and we got it pretty quickly. And I just really enjoyed how like with every episode they were giving us like little bits of things. Like they were giving us a new warrior to add to the crew. They were giving us a new villain for him to either defeat or prepare for. Um, they were like giving us like even though they're in a small area kind of hiding out, they were giving us like new scenery for him to like improve his skills. And so I just like really how they added on things with every episode, and it just really felt like it was like a build up but not like too overwhelming of a build up. Like they did a
Mm.
careful job at taking us through the storyline. And yeah, I think I had a hold on, I got my notes right here.
Nice.
That's a first, right?
Well, you can't lose a note. You can't lose a computer screen. So yeah, if it was a notebook, I'd be like,
Exactly. I
I'd be more
mean,
I'd be more impressed if it was a notebook.
a
Y'all,
lot of times I write my notes on Google Drive. I just forget where I put
yes,
them and I don't
yes,
organize
bro.
them.
How do you forget something
Yeah.
that's on Google Drive? It's on Google Drive. You put it in a folder?
Because when I go search them, I think I'm using certain words when I write stuff, and I go look for those specific
Oh,
words and then I don't find them. You know what I'm saying?
How you
Like,
good at hide and seek on both ends?
oh my God.
this is not okay. This is not about me. Maybe there'll be an anime about, Nicole one day of how she can never keep her notes organized.
The
The
elusive
elusive notebook.
notes. Ah,
Yeah.
I said, I said,
The elusive notebook.
The
the elusive
elusive notebook.
notes.
The elusive notes.
Still
Um,
right here, bro.
but yeah, oh yeah, my final thing was like, oh, last two things. Okay, so the other thing was like I love the main antagonist, Takagi. That's another thing. I forgot to write down the names phonetically, so I didn't mess them up, but
Nah, that's real.
I'm gonna try
Specifically for
to.
this one, I get it. Like,
Yeah. So the fact that my man is just so smooth with it and he just seems to be so happy-go-lucky, but he's like
he's sadistic. Like,
the word for him is sadistic. Um, so yeah, and then yeah, overall, like it was a good anime. Like I was just excited to know where Tokiyuki was going to go next, what was going to happen next, who's going to pop up next. So yeah, overall, I liked it. Yep,
word.
overall, it was good. All right, Stick, give us your breakdown of the anime, how'd you felt about it.
I had an enjoyable experience. First off, just some quick notes. This is the same creator who created Assassination Classroom. That's a classic for a lot of
Really?
people. Yep. Classic for a lot of people.
Damn.
Said that, you know, because they saw it was made by that person, they were like, you know what, let me go give this a try. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
call this probably one of the most underrated anime of 2024. I can see why.
Absolutely.
Um, I'll say this. I enjoyed, we talked about the animation. I think the animation is good 85% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that they talk about as far as with the bad animation, it's the CGI stuff.
Oh yeah,
I know
okay.
I know y'all talking about like that dog. If you look at that dog competition, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
look at the way homie is holding the arrow
Mm-hmm.
while he's on the horse, it looks ridiculous.
I
They're
got
like
you.
Mm,
you can tell
okay.
the difference between the hand drawn stuff that they were doing, or not maybe not hand drawn, but like the way that they do it during a normal sequence versus certain other sequences where it kind of
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
they mix CGI with it. And I've never been a fan of like full CGI like anime and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it kind of takes me out of it when that happened.
Okay.
Right.
But for the most part, especially during like certain fighting scenes and different battles, it's great. It's like top notch. I think a lot of people compare it to Demon Slayer and like what they do.
Mm.
So really good as far as the animation goes.
Yeah.
Um, I think we all talk about how like we really need to be hooked on that first episode. Um, this has to go up there as far as biggest plot twists, at least in the first episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going through the motions in the first 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden everything just goes to shit.
Quite
So
literally.
it quickly draws. It's like if you're just lulled to sleep for the first few minutes, you're immediately brought back in, like as
Yeah.
soon as you think a ball's dropping it's somebody's head, right? So like right then, you back in it,
That was
right?
great, by the way.
That visually was amazing.
Bro,
That
I
was
don't think you
crazy.
understand. I thought I missed something.
Me too, for real. So I was like, wait, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, the ball turned into
I
a
hit
cat's head.
rewind. I was like, did I miss it?
Yeah.
So I went back whatever, but like that it really dragged you in from there. And then I love the cast of characters. I think that what they're introducing, they have like a good variety of different people. Um, I think that what was I gonna say? Oh, you know what? Music wise, I love the ending. The ending theme I thought was
Yes,
fantastic.
Mm,
yes.
The beginning's okay, the
Eh.
opener's okay, but the ending is fantastic. I already saved it to my playlist. Um,
nice.
uh, I'll talk about one of the criticisms so far. When I was talking about how the episode one is, I think what stops it from being like a great number one episode or like a beginning episode, and just an anime overall is what they call the tonal whiplash, and that's one of the biggest criticisms that
Mm,
the anime's had. And for me, it didn't bother me as much. I think it was just like I watched it and I was like, okay, I get it. But there will be times when like it feels like the moment is supposed to be like emotional gravitas and it's supposed to be really deep and you're supposed to feel a certain emotion and it's undercut by some type of joke like immediately.
yeah, yeah, I
Like
get that.
it's like how can I put it? Hmm. This is our first episode back. How do I want to do this?
Mm.
I'm
Do I
actually
want to do I
curious.
want to just come out the do I want to just come out the gate swinging? Do I want to do it, guys?
I I mean, fuck it.
A yay or nay? Say it now.
Yes, fuck it.
Just do it.
Okay, cool. So it's like white people seasoning food, right? It's like it's a whole bunch of like rice. Like it's just like a bunch of rice, right? And just like you're like, cool. White rice is plain, and you're like, you need to sauce it up a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it's supposed to be this big emotional thing, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, you know what? Flake of pepper, and that's just the comedy that they throw in there randomly. And it's like that's not enough to like cut into what we're doing. It's a weird mix, right?
Hmm.
There
So
you
there are
go.
just times where it should be things are supposed to be serious, but then they try to make it funny as if to like let me take the air out of the moment.
Hmm.
I think it for some people I can see it being weird. Um,
Yeah.
for me, I think it was just like I just took it for what it was, and there wasn't anything except for maybe the first episode where maybe let's not do that. Otherwise,
Hmm.
other places it's fine. But overall, I did have an enjoyable experience.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Cool. Cool. Uh, yeah, I didn't really think of it that deeply either, but also
Yeah.
I'm more of the casual anime watcher.
Mhm.
So like for me, like animes be weird all the time. So it's like
Isn't that crazy?
which we will get into. So it's like I'm like, all right, you threw some jokes in here, even though this serious moment is happening, but that's just the anime world to me. So but I could see someone who is like really into anime and what'd you say the guy's name who produced it or wrote it?
Just keep going. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. But if they're used to the anime that he puts out or the one from before, maybe that throws them off or you're used to a certain kind. Like I feel like anime we watched before did a great job at like inserting the jokes. Like Samurai Champloo was a really good one where it had its serious moments, but they did a good job at sliding the jokes in there. Cowboy Bebop, which
Masterfully, both of them.
you know,
Not
I see
thank you.
what you did.
Appreciate you. Matsui Yusei, I think is the name.
I can't. I'm not even gonna try to do that
I don't
to
even
you.
know if I said it right. So,
That's what
but
So
you said.
shout
you
out to
know,
him.
I'm trying.
Shot do
Uh,
you say summer?
yeah. But I agree. But I think in those moments, so this, um, especially with like, so let's take Samurai Champloo
Yeah,
for example, because I'm rewatching that for a reason. There is a there's that episode where the boy's the pickpocket trying to get money for his
Hmm.
mom, right? Remember that
Yeah.
hmm,
episode? You know, the ending is dude, he tries to run away from the cops, he gets killed, blah 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 blah. Later on, after that moment, Mugen does like some jokey stuff, or like somebody does some jokey stuff,
yeah,
but it's after everything's happened, and then it like he has his
yeah,
moment, and then it skips, to another emotional moment. It's not like undercut.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
with this, it's like, hey, my whole family just got murdered, and then you got the priest man with the shiny light and shit, and he's just like doing the big face and shit, and it's like,
Ah, Lord Tokiyuki. Like, sir,
yeah,
please. I'm grieving, sir.
it's like for me, I was like, oh, okay, that's a weird time for that, but like, I can see how somebody who's used to having like who's used to serious anime and like that and stuff like that would be taken aback by that. I could see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It makes me kind of want to watch that Assassination Classroom to see if that's like the writer's kind of humor.
Hmm.
Because some people are like that in real life, where like in a serious moment, they gonna crack the jokes either way.
Sure. Yeah, that is that.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I'd be interested in watching that one to see if he kind of did the same thing with that anime as well. Um, and then it would make a lot more sense to me as well. Um, but yeah, well, good. So so there you go, guys. You kind of got like our kind of overview of our I can't talk, all of our kind of opinions and breakdowns of the anime. And now we're going to kind of get into some questions. We like to kind of ask questions about the anime to each other to like pick the brains of each other and just get a better understanding of other things or just talk about things that we thought were interesting in the anime. I'm gonna
Hmm.
highlight those moments and stories or whatever. So with that said, I forgot the order. Oh, okay. Nisho, you were first. Um, so Nisho, you can go ahead and hit us with your question first for the group for the party.
Okay. So, my question, it wasn't really more of an observation. It was more of an
Okay.
observation, but I figured out a way I could turn it into a question. So, what I noticed with Elusive Samurai, specifically with like the side characters, is like they made them feel substantial. They didn't feel like they didn't make it feel like they took away from Tokiyuki or like the main thing. They added on without like overall taking away from like Tokiyuki's goals and shit. They actually gave them like, okay, this one's special at this one's good at this is good at this thing. And it all overall contributed to everything that was going on. So my question, now that I'm actually forming it, my question. So from everything we've seen in our previous endeavors of like all the other anime we've seen, would we say this is like the best well built batch of side characters in anime?
See, I would have to run through all the ones we've
Yeah,
watched.
I wish you had formed the question beforehand. Now I gotta run back on. Yeah, now I gotta run back on the stuff we did. Um,
I'm trying to think of like posse kind of like crew
Yeah,
type.
yeah, more to like the posse style stuff we watch.
Obviously, Samurai Champloo comes to mind, the one I just said, and Cowboy Bebop, the first two, Michiko and Hodgkin.
but I don't
Oh,
think.
that's
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing: when he says, when I think of best cast of side characters, who's the side characters in Samurai Champloo?
Oh, I was
shit.
thinking just more of like a group of friends or characters that are going fighting towards a or working towards a goal together. That's what I was thinking of.
Well, let me ask, make sure you're sure. Do you mean the side characters, or do you mean just a total group of characters?
Nisho.
Yes. So, um, I think I'm leaning more toward like a total group of characters because like when I think of Tokiyuki, I think of all of the elusive warriors too. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
then that's easy. Didn't know. It's not the best cast character.
Oh, really?
No.
What are we talking about then?
I need to hurry up and put together this list of all the
If
anime we
if we're
watched.
if we're talking best cast of characters, I mean, listen, like they got a good group of characters. We're on our first view of this, right?
Touche,
We
right?
don't have the full personality of everybody. We know a little bit about some of everybody, but not a lot.
Hmm.
Whereas we've
Valid,
gone
valid.
through, I know everything about Mob and the crew.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, that makes
Mob
sense.
and the
Yeah.
Blue.
crew, I know a lot about them. I know a lot about the Tokyo Revengers crew. I know a lot about Cowboy Bebop crew. So
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't want to make rush and haste to say that they're the best cast of characters we've had so far. Now,
Mm,
I think there's potential here. I think that
Hmm.
they,
absolutely.
depending on what their backgrounds are and how they develop, I think there's a good chance they can rise up the ranks. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't want to rush and say that they're what's called. I do like how they all complement each other though so far.
That specifically, yeah. Like
Okay.
the chemistry between all of them was amazing. It was really good to me.
All right. I actually agree with Stick. I think it's a little too early. I will say, um, I think it would be a disservice to not recognize one of the best groups out there, which was, um, I don't even know if I'm about to get his name wrong, right? And I'm about to make a joke. Um, the Dark Angel fan club, Angel Dark, and Dark.
His name was just Dark, I think, wasn't it?
It was just
What was his
Dark.
name? Angel? What was that goofy name? What was that goofy goober
uh,
name?
it's okay. This is obviously D and Angel.
Yeah, Dice K,
Dice scan.
Wax K.
Are you?
What's my man name with the blue hair that had a crush on Dice K? What's my man name?
I don't even remember this nigga
um,
name. Hold on.
his whole
Uh,
fan club.
yeah, the little
I, I
then there's
know
a little
Crad.
American girl, the two twins, Wax.
I know Crad was like the alter ego, but I'm trying to remember the original character.
Yeah,
Hiwatari. That was
he
it.
will
Oh yeah, there
tar.
you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hiwatari.
That's my
I
man.
would never remember that at all. Um,
He always popped up. I don't know how we could forget him.
I told you I don't remember that anime hardly. I
Try
just
to
remember.
try to block it out. Try to block it out.
It was a trauma. So,
So my real answer to that question is, yeah, I think it's too early to tell, but what I will say is like for me, for the way that they are building, well, I don't know if they're done building the Elusive Warriors or if
I'm praying
there'll
not.
be more added. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I do like it's been one of my most enjoyable watches to follow along as they add them on to the crew.
Yes.
Instead of just adding them on in bunches or people just come out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Or like some anime, they start from the beginning together, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, yeah, I like the way they're kind of adding them on through each, because like each of them are bringing some type of thing to the arsenal that is them like being kind of this whole like weapon of mass destruction essentially. So I like that. So it's been one of my more enjoyable experiences for bring building up the group that is the Elusive Warriors, I will say.
I can take that. I
Did
dig
anybody? Did everybody have a favorite of the Warriors?
it. Ooh. Um,
Mm,
I I think mine might be
oh shoot.
Fubuki.
I
I
just
think Fubuki.
Kabuki is the hungry boy.
the
Yeah,
hungry boy.
he's the tallest one out of all of them. That's how I remember him.
Okay. I think my favorite is definitely what's his name? I wrote him down as the elusive thief. Gimba.
Yeah,
Gimba,
Kimba.
that mother,
Gimba.
he's a menace. He's a menace.
That's why I love him. He's a menace, but he does seem to have a good heart. And I love a menace with a good heart. Like I love somebody who's all about chaos, who's kind of selfish, but they also have kind of like this like hidden heart of gold that what I'm saying, you could tell it's just somebody waiting for somebody to hug them and be like, I love you. And then he can impersonate people and he actually has hands, you know what I'm saying? Like he could do a lot of stuff. So I like Gimba a lot. He's fun.
Yeah.
And he be drinking and shit. I mean, and
Oh
Well,
my
stuff.
God.
well. I
Oh
mean,
my
he
God.
he shouldn't be, but yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say they're all clearly underage.
This is
Like,
back in the day,
it is. This
okay?
is this is like feudal Japan, so it don't
feudal,
matter.
yeah, feudal
There
Japan.
were like
I think they'll
40-year-old
be okay.
men marrying 12-year-old
Yeah,
girls.
Oh
So, you know what I'm
God.
saying? It's like
there's a lot of shenanigans in this anime. I ain't gonna hold you. Lot of ne'er do wells.
Oh my God.
Lot of hooliganism. You feel me?
a lot of hooliganism, a lot of foolish things happening. Um,
Oh
yeah.
God. Oh boy.
So next is Stick's question. Um, yeah, we're gonna get into this. This is probably gonna be probably the lengthier segment because I imagine we all probably have a lot to say.
Oh, I just saw the question in question. My God.
Yeah. So like my. All right. Do I want to? Do I ask both of these though? Like, do I? It's like one big. I did two bullet points, but like they
Hmm.
kind of go into each other. Let's start with the first part. All right,
Yeah, I thought it was just like you were asking like one whole question, but it was two questions. Like,
it'll work out
you
either way.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, just okay.
Because that's the
Hit us
second.
with it.
That is the second criticism of the show. But all right, Yorishige. I think no one. Well, I'll say this: no one's light shines brighter in this show
Quite literally.
than your than the priest Yorishige. Yorishige continues a long-standing tradition, man, of mentors in anime. We've seen them countless. We've seen them in anime that we've had.
Mhm.
We've seen it in anime that we've probably seen individually. But when I saw him, and I was watching his character, and kind of questioning his motivations and his tactics, he reminded me of
Mhm.
somebody that we all watched together. He reminded me of our guy Reagan from Mob Psycho, big con man Reagan. And I wanted to ask number one about Yorishige. How does he compare to the greatest con man in anime history?
Um, I would say well, that's kind of like how does he compare? Uh, Breaking down the houses. Uh, I mean, because the jury is still out on that man. Because we don't know. We know he's full of crap, but we also don't know what he's legit about. Because at least, like, what's his name? Reagan. He was lying about everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Except for being a fan of Mob or supporting him. That was the only thing he was. Do I have that right?
No,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much. No,
That's
you're
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas at least this dude is actually a priest. And he's actually like somebody the other people look up to and stuff and go to. So he's actually has some type of authority. So that's kind of proven. And as far as everything else about him being this godlike figure, I still don't know. Like we saw how they showed us how he got the crowd together. That was nothing mystical. Like that was a planned thing. He
Yeah.
organized people. We don't know how the rain thing happened, you know. Um, and we don't know if he actually has these visions for sure or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know 100%. Now, I'm leaning towards they're not legit, but it's also like one of the things, like one of my favorite sayings is like you have like a 50% chance of being 100% correct on most things. And that's and like that's where I'm going with him. You know what I'm saying? I could be completely wrong, but then the next season they're like, "Oh yeah, no, this man is a legit god and he can see the future." I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as for right now and how he compares to Reagan, Reagan is still the biggest con man. You know what I'm saying? But Yorishige, if he turns out to be lying about anything else, like for sure, confirmed. I mean, I think once you pretend that you are godlike, you kind of lose 100 million cool points. You know what I'm saying? And then you wrap this little kid in it and stuff like that. Like you preparing him for a battle and thing. And like, yes, he's skilled, but like if you didn't actually see him winning a war or doing all these things, then you're just prepping this kid to die.
Valid.
Straight
Valid.
straight slaughter.
So I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that
Mm.
man, and I think he's lying about most things. But like I said, he is a priest. He is like an authority figure people look up to. He is a leader of some sorts. So he's been telling the truth about some things. At least we have that much confirmation. So that's my opinion on him as a con man.
Nisha.
Okay. So Nick gave the rational path of Yorishige versus Reagan. Here's why I gave the irrational one. So
Let's hear it.
oh no, oh no, no, no. Mine's gonna be completely unhinged for one specific reason. But I'll get the logical out the way first.
Okay.
Um compared to Reagan, like. the man, like Yoroshige's intent in actually training Tokiyuki is actually in the right place. Like with Reagan, a lot of shit is like in happenstance. Like he just happens to be in places where he can bullshit and then Mob saves his ass. But Yorishige and Tokiyuki, they're in the middle of a fucking feudal war. They had no choice but to fight. So like that's the other thing. So I'm like, I would lend more credence to like Yorishige being more valid than Reagan as far as like his intent. Yeah, him claiming to be a god, him claiming all this other shit, I do not know.
Hmm.
But this is where the irrational part comes in, right? He constantly breaks the fourth wall and says, "There's a thing in the future. Well, I think I might have been canceled for saying this." I'm like, "Wait a fucking minute, hold on,
Oh yeah, he
hold the
does
fuck
do
on,
that.
hold the fuck on, sir." Like, because I'm like, he broke the fourth wall and was like, "There's something in the future. There's something mystical. I don't know if I can say it. I might get in trouble for it." I was like, "Only people with divine ability can do that, sir. What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, "Sir,
You
I
knew.
don't know if I believe it."
He's showing you right now, bro. He's
He
showing
know
Right
you.
that
now
you
is.
watching.
I hate y'all
Who
so
else would
much.
know that?
Yeah, he know you judging him.
I swear I gotta insert the hotep with the red eyes.
Oh, y'all put the big fucking kufi on all three of us. Still shot.
That's crazy.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. But egregious fourth wall breaks aside. Would I say he's a greater con man than Reagan? I'd say no. Because the thing is, with Yorishige, he actually got people's respect.
Mm.
Reagan, yeah.
Reagan was just out here like he was like being the ultimate car salesman out here, just shady, shisty as hell.
he was pretty much, I'm a psychic. How? Shit, I'm a psychic. Like what? Like the fuck?
No rhyme, no reason.
No rhyme, no
Couldn't couldn't
reason,
te-
no
couldn't
reason, no rhyme.
could never give you like a legit reason. Just like, yo, don't you believe me? And they be like, all right.
Nah, nah. And then a ghost conveniently shows up. Oh shit, he was right. No, no, because Mob was literally down the block. Like, what are we talking about?
Bro, I need to go
Like
watch Mob Psycho again because y'all make y'all
peak,
I almost forgot how bad of a comment Reagan was.
peak cinema, goddamn it, Mob Psycho.
My man Reagan was honestly though, I respected him for it, bro. That hustle was crazy.
If nothing else,
Hey
literally.
man, scamming pays.
It
I
Oh
know
does.
that for a
shit.
fact.
Oh my god.
I know that for a fact.
He was he was he was Uncle Scam.
Uncle
Uncle
Scam.
Scam is crazy.
He was Uncle
Uncle
Scam.
Sc- He said, I need you.
Hey, shit. Yorishige was pulling respect. Reagan was just pulling. That's
Yeah,
it.
Reagan's what's called, man. Reagan's scamming was born out of not having respect from people, if I remember correctly. That's how it kind
Mm.
of started, is because this
Yeah,
friend,
yeah.
he wasn't anything in life, and that was throwing him off. And so he decided to make that, and it just so happened he ran to a dude, to a boy who was a psychic. And it worked out for him. And yeah, but here's the difference, right? I
Okay.
like I know there are other reasons to maybe not like Yorishige, but like Yorishige, I still can't tell what his intent is. Like
Mm.
his motivations, like from episode one, I was like, bro, is he gonna be bad or not? I still can't tell.
Bro, so shady. I'm
I
telling
Yeah,
cannot
it
tell you,
was. It was
bro.
kind of shady. I
We
can't
went
even
through
front.
12 episodes and I'm still like, man, I don't know, dog. Like
it's
it
a
feels
big
just
question mark.
because there's no motivation. Like, okay, so
Wait, hold
he's
on.
gonna be
Wait.
right. So let's say he's right, like, yeah, you're gonna be a hero. How does that benefit you?
Yeah.
And it just throws me off.
Mm.
So like, if we're talking comment comparison wise, Reagan's still the king. He's still the king. It's just
Hands down.
you're
Hands down.
not knocking him off his peg, right? I will say where I also give Reagan the heads up is that for now, obviously, Reagan's bond with Mob is 20 times more like effective than
Mm-hmm.
Tokiyoki's and Yoroshige's right now. And it's
Okay.
I can
early, so
see
I
that.
don't want, again, this is an early thing, so I don't want to like bash on them too much, but it's just like theirs is built on solid friendship. They built a super duper relationship where like it's respect for both. Even when Mob found out homie was lying, he was like, "Bro, I knew."
Yeah.
He's like, "Bro, I knew." It's just like, it's
Yeah.
just
Peak
this is
cinema. I
this is
love
this
it.
is
It's
our
my
thing,
dog.
man. Yes,
My
bro,
man's
you
my
the homie,
man's.
bro. Yeah, you the homie. It's cool, bro. Don't even worry about it. I break bread with you. It's cool. Where right
Yeah.
now you're a Shiga. Again, I can't tell what's
Yeah.
in it for him, and that's really what's
Mm,
throwing me off.
okay. Okay, that's
I
valid.
feel
I can
it.
see that.
Yeah. Like I said, same thing. He's just a big question mark for me right now. And all I can only go by what I can see with my eyes.
Right? Yeah.
With your
So
eyes and
all I know is he's a priest, and that's all I got. I don't know nothing about, like far
No.
as
shit.
he
Oh, no,
does the
no.
most talking, and I don't know nothing about this man.
Hey, no. Hey, let's just go. Let's get into it. He's
Yeah,
a
let's do
priest.
it.
He's a priest around a bunch of little kids, man. So here's the second. Here's the
Oh my
controversy about
god.
this show, right? Here's the second controversy about this show, and it's that I did some research. I looked up all these different. I was like, hey, let me see the reviews for the show.
Yeah.
And when the first thing to pop up is a Reddit thread that says,
Oh
I
no.
cannot suggest this anime in good faith. And I was like, well, that's weird. Why
Oh
not?
no.
People have been put off by some of the scenes of the show
Mm-hmm.
involving Yorishige and Tokioki. The one in particular that really got people going was in the first episode where he after he pushes him off of the cliff and Tokioki does his little run and dance stuff
Yeah.
and he ends up jumping back into the arms of the priest.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know it at the time, but when Tokioki does that blushing shit that he does, it's
Mm-hmm.
because he gets really excited by nearly dying. That's
Mm-hmm.
the reason he's like that. Dude would probably love BDSM. I'm gonna be honest with you. He would love torture stuff if he was older. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
He
god.
would. He just would. It is what it is. Because
Uh,
he loves the near death experience, whatever.
yeah.
But because he
Oh
looks
my
up at
god.
him like that, and they like are really close and they're talking, people thought that was like a overtly sexual thing. And that goes throughout the anime. There's a scene where like Tokioki has to catch an eel for him, and people
Mm-hmm.
thought
Ah.
that people thought that was weird. So there's like
Mm-hmm.
little things, and I wanted to just ask: are people reaching, and has the society's fixation with trying to find things to cancel people for or hyper fixate on certain things ruined watching experiences for stuff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. This is a kind of a sensitive area, so gotta be careful about any jokes I might want to make,
Oh my god,
um,
Nick. Oh my
and the way I discuss this.
You got to
So,
start off by saying the obvious part first.
what happens when a priest walks in?
No, 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 no,
oh
no,
my god.
no, no, no. We don't condone that type of behavior, and we stand with Victor. Yo, what's up with you, dog?
Nick, you a fucking menace,
I just
gang.
said don't. I said don't start with a joke. That what? What are you doing?
Wow, fuck that. Apparently.
I
Look, this
wasn't
is
gonna make a joke, guys. I'm just joking about making a joke.
Nah, I think you had one ready for the clip.
you y'all see her eyes. She had one in the goddamn chamber.
She won't stop messing with a goddamn eye.
Because my allergies, I was outside today. They
All
burning.
right,
My eyes are burning.
facts. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
uh, okay. So I will say that part when he jumped up into his arms, the closeness was weird, but I honestly didn't think that deeply into that specific moment. Like that wasn't one where I was like, this nigga is weird. Like, honestly, I thought it was more weird when he was in the tree and he was like staring at him and shit. And he was like, oh, I have this vision for you and all that. Like, that weirded me out already. But that one, like, I don't know. I felt like it was warranted, like, in the sense of this kid just ran through, he almost got killed, like, by 100 different people. he jumps up into the dude's arm. I might have to go watch the scene again,
Mhm.
but I don't. And I also watched it. I watched the first couple of episodes dubbed, and I think dubbed, like the talking parts, like changes kind of the experience a little bit. I don't
Okay.
know. It didn't seem as like, this is weird to say, but intimate to
Sure.
me.
No. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that moment. So I might need to go rewatch that episode subbed and dubbed and see. But I will say the weird parts came for me, like at one point Tokiyuki was sleeping and he was like damn near what's the word? Salivating?
Oh
Oh, over
no.
him like sleeping or something. He's like, I just like love watching him sleep or watching kids sleep or something like that.
Oh no.
Which, like, in a way,
Bro.
cool. Like, y'all know me. My nephew and stuff is always over here. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, like, it's nice to watch them sleep because they're peaceful and they do look like little angels, except, not the little demons that just left toys all over your house. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. No. Yeah.
You know,
Fact.
That no, that's facts. Yeah.
like it's just like, oh, but like in that moment, it was very weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? To watch him react to Tokiyuki sleeping the way that he was.
Hmm.
That was uncomfortable to watch. And then, yeah, that episode where he has Tokiyuki going around finding all of these weird instruments and items and things. And then we find out he was trying to build like some type of contraption to be spanked with. You know what I'm saying? Like, Um, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of other because there were other weird things too that kind of was like, this is a little weird, but nothing that like was super turned me off the anime, and nothing I would put in like the PDF. That's the way you initialed it on here,
Sure.
PDF. Like I wouldn't put it there yet, but it's kind of like one of those things where I'm gonna keep my eye on you because you being a little weird, you a little sus.
Bro. Shady.
You
Little
a little
son.
sus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure if I go back now with that like mindset, I could probably pick out some more things, but I don't know if that's now after hearing the way people felt about it or if that's because originally, like I said, there were some weird sus things. And I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't think I wrote any of them down because like I said, I just was looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I didn't
Yeah.
think it was severe enough for me to write it down. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, um, yeah, that's all I got to say about. I don't know. I didn't see it as PDF ish,
Got it.
but is the priest weird? Yes. Would I want to leave my children around him?
No.
No. So maybe I don't know, but that's my whole thing. I have a big question mark around him because I don't know a lot of things with this priest. But I don't think this is one of those situations where they're trying to groom kids, through television or anything like
No.
that, or
Mm-mm.
get people okay with the
Mm-mm.
idea of that. Like, I don't think that's this at all. I do think the priest is weird, and we got to keep our eye on him. That's my piece for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at some of these things I wrote down about him, but somebody else can go next.
Whew. All right. Left turn taken indeed. All right. Turn left on your Shige Avenue. All right. Um, honestly, like I definitely saw like I guess the more off-putting moments with your Shige throughout the anime, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a reach of some kind personally, because like, yeah, I definitely did see some weird shit. Like, I definitely put in my notes for like literally, I made notes as I was going through each episode, and I definitely put hold up, uh, I said, damn it, so Yorishige Sui got the young lord going on side quests. It's crazy, but like. Just got
Facts.
my man's on side quest, and then I saw the thing at the end. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right. I'm like, hey, Yoshige, that last scene was priest like my boy. I don't know, but
yeah.
Or is it?
Wasn't there episode two where he like
touche.
kissed him or was trying to kiss him or something like that?
Hey, whoa, wait, what the fuck? What
He
episode was that? Hello?
The
What?
only thing I remember is that same scene where you were talking about where Tokyo was asleep.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Um I think Shizuku has said that he thinks that the prince is having a nightmare, and he's like, "Ooh, maybe I should wake him up with a kiss." And bro, like,
Yeah,
yo,
okay, that
and
was
bro was
it.
like, "Yo,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
What
Yeah.
episode was this? What the
That was episode
fuck? Like,
two, dog. That's what I'm
nigga,
saying.
what?
My man was wild.
So that's like definitely one of the scenes. I was like,
What the
that kind of
fuck?
makes me a little uncomfortable. That's a little
Do I have to unfortunately rewatch this? God damn it. I hate it here. I hate it here.
Bro, yeah.
very sus. You know what I'm saying? But go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
No,
Nisha.
no, Nick, you good. You good. No, again, this is all welcome dialogue, so I'm glad we're talking about it. But wait, just do I think it's a reach as much as people would have made it? I personally don't think it is, but granted, you look at damn near any anime and people are gonna find something to reach for.
Yeah.
You know, some of it justifiably so, some of it very much a reach. But in the case of Elusive Samurai with Yorishige, like Nick was saying, there's still a big question mark around the character within the show and his
Mm-hmm.
role and his overall thing of like how he's helping Tokiyuki. But the certain situations that we're putting him in, I see that's where it kind of goes back into like what Stick was saying with how certain humor kind of ends up getting put into the anime because it's like if I recall right, the dream was Tokiyuki like still kind of going through everything that what happened to his family, but you know Yorishige is like, oh, I can wake him up with a kid. Like, see, it's the fact I barely remembered that, but I'm like, my God, but. Do I feel like it was a reach? Like I'd say a little bit, but only because of like out of context, I could see how crazy it could be. But in context of the anime, like still a little touchy, still a little questionable.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fault anybody for saying that they're like, yo, that was weird. I can't
Yeah,
because no matter how you slice it, it does look weird, bro, right?
Yeah,
But I do,
1000%.
yeah,
yeah, but I do think if I think people do go in searching for stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people have now programmed their minds to look for things. Um, Sometimes it's very easy, and like
Mm-hmm.
in this instance where it's like, bro, that's weird. Plus, you just add in stuff like, oh, it's a priest hanging out with like little kids, and it's like, all right, bro,
yeah,
like
The
that's
joke
like
is writing
right. That's
itself,
just
or maybe
that's
it
just
was
like,
intended that way.
bro, that's just 2025. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's not great. Like, that's whatever. I think that it's supposed to be played for laughs. I think that's kind of the thing, and I think that sometimes it works because the situation isn't so it can't be construed for something else. But then there are other times when they throw in the joke and it's like if I were to look at this one way or just take some random person like, hey, watch this scene, they're going to think, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't fault anybody for thinking that way. I think that it's supposed to be of some type of off kilter humor. I just think it's hit or miss at this point. I think it's probably going to be prevalent moving forward unless the show takes a darker tone, which it's weird because like we never know what tone this show's going to take. Some
Mm-hmm.
episodes are dark, some episodes are funny. It's a balance. So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just going to depend episode to episode, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
can
can
see
see
that.
that. Oh, ditto. Also, sounds like Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Right? It wasn't me though. No.
I just knocked on wood anyway.
What soda would you get though?
I don't know. Nisha owes the soda.
I mean, I mean, I
I said
mean,
it.
I mean, Nick, would it not be Canada Dry anyway?
Oh.
Absolutely
Throw
not.
back to a thing that we did anyway.
Anywho, man.
Anywho, let's
What?
get this. Let's rein this back in. Get back on track. Um,
Clip that for bonus content.
Oh my God, yes, please. Please.
we will do. We will do.
I just want to
Okay.
piss. I just want to piss off all the breakfast people with that shit. But anyway,
Speaking of piss off, uh, that was another scene I saw. I that did come across my algorithm that people had an issue with the scene where I think it was Gimba got drunk and like pissed on
oh,
everybody.
Yeah.
yeah, that was that was actually
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? And I was like, it's weird, sure, but I mean, I don't think like a warrior getting drunk like and pissing on everybody back then is that I don't know. It seems
How
like
about it?
something that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Or at least something. Now, the way it was like kind of the focal point of the scene, with
It ended
the
the show.
yeah.
All right.
It ended
Yeah,
the
it wasn't
episode.
in it. Oh my God.
So,
Yeah, it ended the
yeah.
episode.
Overall, this anime definitely had its really weird sus moments.
Yeah.
But I watched Kill la Kill, so uh it
And,
don't get much weirder for me than that. You know what
and
I'm
we
saying?
and we watched Prison School. But anyway.
And we watched Prison School, so it takes a lot more than that to get me to be like,
Right, but like
Valid.
both of those premises were made to be weird though.
that's true.
So it's a little different. Where this
Right.
But
is, you know what I'm saying? This is like, oh, you're thinking like, oh, it's a samurai. We're just doing sword fighting, and then you got the other stuff all involved.
yeah,
So it's like, I get it. It's weird levels.
hmm
The other two probably are higher, or like not
yeah,
weird, but
Okay.
like
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
oddity, they're higher. However,
yeah,
the context, the levels change. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I dig it.
I don't know what the writer's like typical humor is like. So I would like, you know, I don't have anything to compare it to. So it's like, is that the way he writes? Like he writes serious things and then throws in like this weird sus humor? Like is that like his normal shtick? I don't know.
I don't know because Assassin's Classroom is from a different time period, so it could just be
Mm,
a time period
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. I don't know. What what the theory would be with that one.
yeah. But yeah, it might be worth the rewatch on Elusive Samurai to see if I can catch more of those odd moments that people talk about. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and get on to the last question here. This one should be pretty quick. This is my question. Um, so this is kind of like a two-in-one question, but it's technically one whole question. And it is, what do you predict is next for Tokiyuki? Um, do you think he'll actually like be able to and let me run all this back. It would. What do you predict is next for Tokiyuki? And do you think that he'll actually get to the point where he's like a fully recognized, or like he's fully confident in being the leader of a group?
Hmm.
Um, I'll answer the second question first, and I do think that over time he's going to. I think he'll develop enough fighting skills to be able to hold his own as far as like if he has to like do the fighting thing, like his attacks will get a little bit stronger or whatever. I think his elusiveness is gonna reach like because they're already at the same levels, right? Some of the moves he
Yeah.
Hmm.
pulls off is crazy. It's nuts. But I think
Yeah.
he's gonna tap something that's like different because for the most part, this anime is grounded in realism
It
in a
is.
way.
Hmm.
There's not really like
Mm-mm.
superpowers, but like just really super agile dudes being able to move really quickly, whatever. Um, I am gonna say this though. I've watched a lot of anime, bro. So I when I can sniff out something really well.
Okay.
Somebody's either gonna die or somebody's betraying homie. It's just gonna happen, bro. I don't know how to explain it.
Again?
That
Okay. Okay.
This
God
man's
damn
been betrayed
it.
like three times already.
that's how this has, and that's how the second part's gonna happen. He's gonna
Okay.
develop the skills to be a leader because that first part has to happen. I
Hmm.
don't know which it's gonna be. I don't know if one of his
Mm.
homies gonna die because he couldn't save him, or one of his homies gonna betray and join the other squad. I don't know which one it is, but I feel
Mm.
it. It's right there. It's there's too many people in his squad.
Feel it in my bones.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's too many people in the squad, so I can already see what's about to happen. It's gonna be great to see. I think it's gonna
Hmm.
hurt me, depending on who it is. You know,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
depending on which dude it is or which lady it's gonna be, it's gonna hurt me. Now, if it's your Ashika, I'm like, well, I could have told you that. But if it's one of his,
Okay.
That man blows with the wind, quite
right?
literally.
But if it's one of
Yeah,
his,
yeah,
but if
you're
it's one of
she
his
gay.
clique, if it's one of his right hand, left hand people, that might hurt me, man, because they got a nice thing going right now. But
Yeah.
I see it in the future, bro. I'm Yorishige. I see it in the future.
I could see Yorishige turning on him and then being like, "I did this to strengthen you as a warrior."
I'm testing you, young Lord Yoshige.
Listen,
Like, fuck you. Like,
listen. If he does that, he will take Raken's crown, bro. He will 1,000% take his crown if he does that.
that is some wicked work.
All right, Nisha, what about you? You think he's going to be able to become like a great leader, and what do you think is going to be next?
Whew, okay. Um, do I think he's gonna be a great leader? I say yes.
Okay.
How is a bit questionable because, like Stick said, it's like for a lot of anime that are built up like this, it takes some form of tragedy. He's already gone through a great tragedy, but unfortunately, it may take a greater tragedy for him to really grow to be the leader that he needs to be. Now, the optimist in me is hoping that everyone in his retainers survives to see him achieve this. But I'm scared, as I too have seen a lot of anime, and I'm scared that one of them, and let's be honest, if it's not Yorishige, it might be Genma, but like, one of them's gonna betray him or like go do something stupid and die, and then that's how he becomes a great leader. I'm scared, like I genuinely am. Because again, if anyone betrays him, it's most likely going to be the Yoshige or Gemba, or someone dies, which I don't think would be likely. Because in order for that to happen, it would have to be some crazy shit to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone would have to be like sniper precision or like something. They would have to plan so far ahead of in the heat of battle, and then just some random shit happen.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you're not your sugar Tokiyuki. I feel like Tokiyuki will become a great leader. It's just a matter of the how we get there. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing I'm really curious about. And what's next for him? Like honestly, what I'm hoping is next for him is either getting to the big samurai that betrayed everybody or the bug-eyed, creepy ass motherfucker that is the right hand of the person that betrayed everybody. Because I'm annoyed with both of them, and one of them needs to get taken out at some point. And I hope he's the one to do it. I pray. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, I would say like when I first asked this question, I was honestly on the fence about whether or not he would be a good leader or not because like to me like I was like I think what would happen I think the way
Mm,
he would thrive, and this is me thinking with my non-anime mind,
Hmm.
right? I'm like, he's not, I mean, he's young, but he also doesn't give some, like, as someone who's gonna, like, delegate and get everybody in place. Like, he
mm,
seems like, you know, I got you. You tell me where to go. I'm gonna do it. And you get everybody else in order because I'm gonna be busy running around. But then I realized, Nicole, this is an anime. He's the main character.
he's the protagonist, god.
They somehow figured out a way to convince us or attempt to convince us that Tako Michi was a good leader.
Wait, hold up, wait.
So,
Nick, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I'm trying to remember what episode I wrote this shit on. Okay. Episode 7, 8. Tokiyuki, even with this elusiveness, better fighter than Takamichi. Done.
Easy,
Done.
easy,
Done.
easy money,
Done.
easy money.
This nigga fights better than Takamichi. What the fuck?
I mean, he avoids punches better than Tako Michi. Like,
He can dodge. He can at least dodge.
my guy never learned how to slip a punch. The whole see,
They
like,
need to link up so he can teach him something, bro. That
right.
is
He needs
it's
to fast forward into time and be like, "Hey, my guy." Wait, no, Michi can go through time, so he needs
yeah.
to go back.
Tell him to do that little hand clap bullshit. Go
You know
all
what
the way
I'm
back
saying?
there. Go holler at the 8-year-old and be like, "Hey, yo, bro, how you be dodging
How
people
you
like
be?
that? You feel me? It's kind of
Weave,
crazy."
So
weave,
you be,
weave. That's all you need. That's all
you know
you
what I'm
need. You
saying?
can dodge, weave. That's it.
So after I started thinking with my anime, I said, "Oh, this is kind of a dumb question because he's obviously going to become a good leader, and it's just a matter of like." again, like y'all said, like how that happens. And so as far as what I think will happen next, um, I had a thought when I came in here, but after hearing y'all's,
Mhm.
like, that is the pretty typical anime way of handling things, that someone dies or someone betrays him or something like that. And but oh, so I'll stay away from that. But overall, what I think is next for the anime is that I think I think we're done adding to the Elusive Warriors. So I don't think there'll be any more added to the group. And I think what we'll get is we'll definitely get more villains. I think they're gonna hold out this Takagi um versus Tokiyuki scenario as much as they can, probably to the last episode of the second season. I think we're going to see Tokiyuki possibly a little bit older and have him like his own army and stuff like that built up, maybe some rebels and shit. Maybe he's no longer in that area that they couldn't get out of. Maybe he's escaped and things like that, and now he's training in different areas of Japan or taking over different areas and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I think that's my prediction. He'll expand his army, expand his skills. Um, and yeah, as far as how he becomes leader, man, that's it's like now I can't think of it any other way. That's how it's gonna happen because that is the anime way. Like he's gonna lose someone or he's gonna be betrayed. And I just hope it's not Gemba because that will hurt my feelings.
It's
You
gonna
know what I'm
be.
saying?
It's gonna be. I
It
I
feel.
don't
seems
I,
think
it seems
so.
too obvious to
in
be
my
Gimba
here.
though.
That's
It
what I'm saying.
it seems too obvious to be
I
Gimba.
feel like Gemma would be the most offended. And then I feel bad for whoever actually does the betraying because I feel like Gemba is going to be like, no questions asked. Like, you're dying. And then Tokiyuki's going to be like, no, chill. And he's like, no, but I want to cut this man's throat open. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who it could be, but I hope it's not Gemba. I don't think it will be. I think Gemba is a ride or die, like quite literally. Um,
we're gonna
and
we're gonna
then
bring we're gonna bring this clip back when he actually does betray him. But
right.
okay.
Oh, this will be so exciting. I hope they actually do put it out the second season because this would be fun to come back to. Yorishige,
You want the clock, boy.
I'm gonna stab you in the back, young lord.
Hey, you want the clock, my boy.
he does seem the most prime suspect, and he would, like I said, try to do it out of helping him, which actually now just seems too like right, like.
Wicked work out here in these samurai streets. That's crazy.
But I think we'll get more plot twists and stuff too. So, I'm just overall excited. I hope they don't leave us hanging like they did with fucking, what was it, 91 days, and gangster and shit.
No, Gangsta is what they love to say. 91 Days finished.
Oh yeah, yeah, it wrapped up.
It
Okay, so
finished. It
gangster
finished,
is
but
the
like
main one.
uh, it was
It
up to
could have went on
interpretation.
longer.
It went on to interpretation
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, cool. So we got through all of our pressing questions. So now we're going to get into a lightning round. Where just real quick, each of us are going to go through our favorite and least favorite episode, favorite and least favorite characters, favorite fight scene, and the character you want to see more of. Stick, let's go ahead and start with you. Do you want me to name them through or you got them?
Hold on. Before I get into that, I will say that as far as the leader thing, I thought the last few episodes kind of showed that he can be a leader with the
Mm.
um him rallying those troops because those troops were ready to die. They were like, "Yo, we just gonna die."
Oh
They're
yeah.
like,
Cause
it's
didn't he
fine.
Yeah,
We're
drink or
nah.
like,
something too? He got some
huh?
liquid courage and went over there and was like, he got some
Yeah,
liquid courage and was like, yo, my guy, you gotta do this
Yeah, I'm about
shit.
to say, hey gang, look, y'all can't die. Do this shit.
like yeah, it's like I hear you trying to die. I'm not with all that. So,
Yeah.
so I think he's on the right path. But
Mm-hmm.
again, he just needs that extra. the extra motivation.
And he's gonna get it.
Oh, he's
Damn
gonna get
it.
it.
I'm
Yeah, he's
glad.
gonna.
I'm mad y'all ruined that for me. Now
He's,
I really can't see it any other way. But
he gonna get it. Okay, so my favorite episode, um, episode 9, episode 9 when
Mm,
he's fighting Shokan, I believe, the Buddha man.
dang, that's my favorite.
I think that's just I
damn.
think honestly that was really popular with a lot of people. I think everybody said it. I think the animation in that
Yeah.
episode is fantastic. I think just the
Mm-hmm.
colors, the brightness. You got three really good conclusions to fight. So you had the two Kojiro and Ayako, I believe is her name. They
Yeah.
fought the one dude
Yeah.
together. You had Fubiki taking on who was actually the strongest dude back there, which is crazy. I like how they kind of pulled that off. I think he had that
Yeah.
Nazi. Didn't he have the Nazi thing in the middle? That was kind
I
of
Hmm.
think
weird.
so.
That was kind of weird.
A
That
lot
was
of
kind of
such
weird.
things in this anime. All good.
Weird, buddy.
It's kind of weird.
Weird.
Which is wild because like the feudal Japan, I don't think that time frame is right at all. But whatever.
Maybe the sign means something else, because
If it
they.
well, remember Tokyo Revengers has the one that's opposite and it's supposed to be something else.
Hmm.
Still don't think that's what it was, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, he had his fight with the dude, and then just watching Tokioki literally slice that man on the forearm and then just let that man bleed out by just dodging him. It was nuts. Like he really is
I
just
love that.
playing a game of tag, bro. And you can't touch this man.
Yeah, dodging the blood and
He's the
everything.
Muhammad
Oh,
Ali
God.
of this shit. You
Yeah.
can't touch
Float
you,
like a butterfly, sting
Sing
like a
like a
bee.
bee.
you can't touch me now. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. My man is crazy. My least favorite episode was the dog shooting competition ones.
Hmm.
Not necessarily for the episodes themselves. It's the animation that really bothered me. Again, like
Okay.
I said, I was not. I love the concept of the episode and how he kind of learned on the fly and was able to strategize how he wants to do things. I thought that was
Hmm.
great. It's just the animation is really rough to get through. It's a really
Mm.
tough thing to get through for me.
Okay.
Favorite character for me, I'm really drawn to Kojiro, which is one of the first two, one of the first boy he meets, as far as his allies, whatever. I think he's strong. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's very loyal. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he's the one I'm kind of afraid is gonna die. If I had to pick person, eh, he seems like he's too close, and then he just feels like a prime suspect to be like, you know what? Let's just go and get rid of the first one of the first people we met. So I hope it's not him. He almost died fighting the one dude on the horse. I
Hmm.
was kind of
Mm.
nervous. So I really like him. I want to see more of him, honestly. If we're really being honest, I want to see learn more about him and his backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'll take that back. I'm gonna get back to who I actually think that is. Um, my least favorite character is the big-eyed bastard, Sadamune. Bro, every time he was on the
I hate
screen,
him.
I
I
was
hate
like,
him.
"Yo, fam, get this man off my screen, bro."
He's a
Like that jump,
bastard.
that
He
jump
was
was,
quite annoying.
I
bro.
hate him.
Like, but he also seems like he's just comic relief. Like, I'm, he's bad, but he's not like what's my man name? Takashi bad. Takashi bad. Like
Hmm.
he's
No,
bad, but he's not Takashi bad. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like your villainy isn't even like that effective, and I don't like that. Like
Yeah.
it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Again, favorite fight scene. Actually, honestly, I think I like Fubuki fighting the one dude in
Hmm.
episode 9. I really like that one a lot. The way he ended the fight, with how he had the two swords behind him around his neck and just sliced him. I thought that was
Mm.
fire. The character I want to see more of, i.e., want to learn more about, is Shizuku, because I honestly think she's really the person who does all the shit that Yorishige does. I think that's
Yes.
really what it is. I think the rain stopping, I think she was around. I think when she was the one who actually showed him the divine beast and stuff. I think it's her. I think she's really the one.
Yo, I forgot
I
all
I
about
completely
that
agree.
scene.
I completely agree.
I really think it's just her, and she's just like, yo, because even if you remember in the first few episodes,
She's
she's like, yo,
Yoroshige's mob.
facts.
Oh my God.
Exactly. That's exactly who she is. Because if you remember in the first few episodes, she's like, yeah, I
Damn.
mean, you are kind of a fraud, bro.
Father, your powers are Father, your powers are ineffective. Don't do that. Don't do that, daughter. I mean, was she lying?
he's
Was
like,
she lying?
he's
Because
like, I
she's the
mean,
one with the fucking power.
you can see like raw images, but you're not like really you know what I'm saying? So
You
I
know what I'm
feel like
saying?
we're gonna learn more about her and she's gonna be somebody really important to the story as we go
Mm,
along. So those are my
nice.
picks.
Okay.
Or
All right. Nisha, what about you?
oh boy. All right. So I was going through the notes that I made on each episode and I was going back and forth. Favorite episode might be between 7 and 8. The build up to the fight, the stick mentioned in 9, like that build up was amazing because it's like it was sneaking into the complex and they locked everything down. It's like, look, Egg Gang, it's you and me, and then like just showing how good Tokiyuki can actually be in a clutch situation was really good to see, and it was really awesome. And like that strategy of like, okay, you can't exactly hit him, you can make him bleed out though. But it was really well executed, and it showed like how everybody's strengths kind of came into place. So I really like that episode. Least favorite, anything dealing with that bug-eyed bastard, I really can't stand him. He really ain't shit. Like he like it was the fact that like I thought by the last episode he was gonna be dead. He's still alive. Why? I don't know why. I guess we're doing this to season 2. Whatever. All right. Favorite character. Um, it's between Fubuki and Shizuku. Cause Fubuki feels like the big brother to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Shizuku, like literally like 16. I'm like, she's literally the reason Yorishige even has powers in the first place. So I'm like, you see what Shizuku does, like she can see divine beasts, she can heal, she can make all these other things happen. I'm like, no, she got it. Like, I don't know what the fuck Yorishige is doing. She's
Mm-hmm.
got it. Um, least favorite character. I want to say it's between Bug Eye and the lead samurai whose name I can never pronounce, the guy who betrayed everybody. Like, cause the thing is, like, a character who's just like that charismatic and convincing and that skilled and confident is scary.
Yep.
And those end up being some of the best villains.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the ones who are like, oh, I'll pay it no heed, I'll pay it no mind, but like they're that deadly. Like, no, they're the ones you gotta watch out for. Which is probably why I
That's
hate
true.
fucking which is probably why I hate fucking what's his name? Kitsuki from Tokyo Revengers. Why I hate his ass so much. I'm like, you smug bastard, how dare you? And it's literally the same case with him. So I'm like,
Effective
it works.
villain.
Bastard. Favorite fight scene. It's between I actually got two. So it's between the first fight, and I think in either episode 1 or 2 with they were fighting like some subordinate, and Tokiyuki ended up getting a kill in the end. It was like in episode 1 or 2. I cannot
Oh,
remember.
you mean his uncle?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. His uncle.
Mm-hmm. That was fucked up.
Oh, actually, I'm glad you brought it up, Sticks. So I have a theory. I don't think his brother's dead. I don't think Tokiyuki's brother's dead.
That brother is dead as a doorknob, homeboy.
But the thing is, like, but
Boy is
but
dead as a doorknob.
But hear me out though. Hear me out though. So they showed him, but it was in like somebody's imagination or some shit. It wasn't an actual thing of like his body being thrown somewhere or like some remnants of him being thrown somewhere. There's no actual proof that he actually died. So
That
my
brother,
theory is he might, I'm not too sure, he might still be alive, and that might be more motivation for Tokiyuki. I don't know.
that brother is
I don't
dead.
I don't think he is, but okay.
That
Um
brother is dead.
That is crazy. But yeah, between episode 2 and 9, those are my favorite fight scenes. And character I want to see more of. Honestly, like I think Ayako. Cause I feel like we got a good highlight of everybody's strengths except Ayako. And
Mm.
I'm really hoping she doesn't fall into that trope of like, oh, young lord, I'm gonna fall in love with him and protect him forever. I'm praying they don't fall into that trope because like she seems like a pretty decent character. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's pretty much it.
I gotcha. All right, cool. Here am I. I just kind of
Uh,
switched some of them out last minute because y'all took some of mine. I want to be different. I might still be the same on some of them. All
okay.
right, so my favorite episode, uh, is still the Buddha scene. That I agree with. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's like technically two episodes where it's like the
Hmm.
build up and then the climax of it all.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just too good. Like the strategy, the him like defeating him in that small room, and dude is like 10 times his size. It's like
Yeah.
it's so good. It did a good job at like showing, like highlighting all the skills of the different warriors and things like that. So, just so good. I liked it. It was very like it looked good to me. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it. Okay. So that was my favorite episode. My least favorite episode was definitely the sus episode where he had Tokiyuki running around getting all that random shit.
Yeah.
That was like, I know every anime has those episodes that's like,
Not not the side quest episode.
that's just like there for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Um, but we really could have done without, like, could have just plucked. I don't care. It could have been 11 episodes long. Just
Yeah.
pluck it out of there. It was unnecessary.
Right.
Didn't care for it. And also just add to the susness. And like I understand why people would probably have that mindset that it's a little PDF-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's just, a little odd. Um, but least that was my least favorite episode. Favorite character, I think. hmm, This is okay. My favorite character obviously is Gimba. It's my favorite. I'm rocking with my guy till the end. Hope he does not betray me. I don't care about Tokiyuki. I hope he does not betray me personally as an
Right. Yeah.
individual. Uh, but yeah, my least favorite character. Was hard because it's like it's between uh the Ant-Man and Yorishige, like between them two. And I think I have to go with the Ant-Man because that like he hasn't washed at least for 2 or 3 years. Like if you
Oh
got ants
no.
crawling on you, my God,
Oh
like
nah.
you you just haven't bathed. And there's water. Like we've seen water in multiple scenes. So you're just choosing
You choosing the people I
not to
see.
run water on your body. So you got ants crawling on you now. Like so
Hey
and he
yo.
really was like the worst villain. Like he didn't really add anything to the story for me. He was just
Yeah.
kind of there to be big and scary. And his sidekicks were, or his two henchmen or whatever, were actually the ones that were like really, about that shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, uh, yeah, he probably, him and Yorishige are tied, but I might, if there's a season 2 discussion of this, Yorishige is probably going to win the title next time. Oh, but
Let's
yeah, my
see.
favorite fight scene. Uh, I do really like the Buddha scene, but I like to go with something different. I think the last episode where they're
Mhm.
like in the water fighting and they're fighting the two other warriors from the enemies. That was really cool to
Yeah.
watch because it's like I really thought they was going to lose. Like I was on the edge of my seat. I said, "Oh shit, they about to die." I really thought they was about to lose, but they were ready to come back and get a victory for the squad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that scene. And then the character I want to see more, I want to see more of Takagi. I do. I want to see. I need to know the
Mm.
moment it happened when he decided that he was going to betray the shogunate. I need to know. I want to see a flashback to then.
Train
I
what you
want to see how he acts when nobody else is around. Is he still like risen everybody, but then like stabbing people in the back? Like it's like I need to know. I need more of that man. So yeah, I definitely want to see more of him on the
Word.
screen. I want to know more about his story.
Yep.
And he potentially is setting up to be one of my favorite villains out of all the
Ooh.
anime we've watched. So
All right.
I
Okay.
need to see more, but
Alright.
he's doing well. And I like it.
All right.
Respect. Respect.
All right. So yeah, here's the last part. We're gonna try to wrap this up quick because we've been rapping for a while. Um, so this is my favorite part of the pod is when we go through and we give you a suggestion to let you know whether or not you should watch it. As for right now, we're still doing this with the star rating system. 1 star means that you would rather watch frogs hop across a pond, and 5 stars mean that you would tell everybody at the supermarket to also go watch this anime. So real quick, um, I'll go ahead and start this time. Usually I pick one of you guys to go. Um, I would say I'm rating it 3.5 stars.
Okay.
And I will
Really?
say, yeah, 3.5. Because although I
Okay.
think it's really good, I'm going to rewatch it to kind of like revisit some of the themes that y'all brought up for myself. But I don't know. Even the storyline is good, the character development is good, but I don't know. I think the priest might be a little bit too much for most people. It's mainly Yorishige. Yorishige is the issue.
I
Without
get it.
him, like the anime is like closer to a five. You know what I'm
Nah, that's
saying?
respect.
Uh, but with him, like he genuinely takes it down that much.
Yeah.
Like I wish they almost would have wrote him differently, or like maybe with the tonal stuff, like just change his approach to certain things. But he just takes away so much good from the anime. Like he almost ruins it. So, uh, for my dang, he really should have been my least favorite character the way I'm talking about this man. Like, but because of him, like, I don't know. I think the anime could rub people the wrong way. And so I would give it a 3.5. I would like, I think if you're like a casual anime watcher, you'll enjoy it. But if you're someone that's not at least familiar with the themes and the things that go on in anime, then you probably won't want to watch it. So I'm kind of in between on it. So yeah, that's my rating on that. Right. Who's ready? All right. I was about to pick somebody.
You're gonna have to.
All right. Stick. Let's go with you.
I'm gonna go. If you went 3.5, now I'm trying to figure out which one. 'Cause I've had two scores the entire time. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right down the middle. I'm gonna go 2.5.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
2.5 doesn't necessarily mean bad. Like I said, I still had an enjoyable experience. I think it's just for season one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it did what it needed to do. I think it introduced our characters. I think it introduced our motivation. I think it introduced um, kind of what we can expect moving forward to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I think its knocks are the animation at times. I think the knocks are some of the tonal shifts that it has.
Yeah.
Yoshige.
And no, I mean he's part of it, yes. Um, and that, everything after episode one is really inconsequential.
Okay.
Like the stakes were high, number
Mm-hmm.
episode one.
Mm-hmm.
The stakes never got that high again to me,
Mm. Okay.
as high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think, moving forward when we get into season two, hopefully within either probably I would assume next year or later this year, probably next year. Um, is we got to see more of Takaji because I think we got to see him when he ran up on the homeboy and then killed that entire army without really moving. That was
Mm-hmm.
nervous. And then when he made
Mm.
that drawing in that room, and there's too many people that we haven't got to see. He has that right hand man that was in from the beginning, from
Mm-hmm.
episode one, and his brother got introduced. We still don't know about his brother because his brother's like, bro, I love you, but you want something and you weird,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
even his own brother's like, yo, please watch him because he's crazy. So there's
Mm-hmm.
so much that this anime I want to put at 2.5 because it can go higher. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be safe 2.5 with the possibility of this rising up like a full star and a half going forward.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That makes sense.
Ooh. And then there was niche. All right. I'm just gonna keep it with my gut of my enjoyment of the anime overall. I'm gonna say it was a four. Four out of
Okay.
five. 4 out of 5. The only reason why I think it couldn't have been a five is literally because I thought it was gonna literally end on episode 12 of season one without a season two. I'm like,
Mhm.
y'all just gonna end this whole shit without the fight with the big bad? What the
Yeah.
fuck? But then I
Mm-hmm.
saw the season two and I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of hope. So four.
Cool, cool.
All right.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Um, that was our discussion of the Elusive Samurai. Take it with a grain of salt,
That part.
you know,
Watch it yourself.
watch it
Yeah, that
yourself,
specifically.
Yeah.
and get into it and let us know in the comments if you made it this far in the video. Let us know in the comments how you felt about it. When you see the clips on YouTube, let us know in the comments of the clips. Yeah, let us know how you felt about it. And let us know whatever. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Actually,
Let us know whatever. It's
Wow. Yeah.
bro,
crazy.
around this time of night, my brain just starts to collapse.
It
It's
it
Let us know whatever. It's
hey,
crazy.
it's like scrambled eggs at IHOP. Hey, are we going to
they do be runny, so yeah.
facts?
Damn.
I hate running eggs. Are we gonna spin the wheel now so we can pick the anime now?
Oh yeah, so fun fact about that wheel, I forgot to
That
actually tell
doesn't
y'all.
exist.
So the more like when I started adding stuff to it, like the formation of it, kind of like the structure of it,
Oh,
like
okay.
changed, not changed, but it lost its formatting, shall I say?
Mm.
Like the
Interesting.
more, yeah, like at first, like the titles were like sideways, and then when I added it, they started getting scrambled over the
Sure.
wheel, and I actually just never spent time to find another one. But um, I did because actually, I'm not going to explain why I did this,
Uh-oh.
but I was going to try. Actually, I was going to try out a different idea,
Okay.
because I was
Mm.
going to get like one of those little like raffle rotating things.
Like a bingo jump.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I was going to get one of those, so I was testing that theory out. Um, but I never got the bingo thing.
God
So,
damn it.
where is it? Uh, so my goal was to like have like the ball and then well the bingo thing and then the numbers were going to correspond to the anime, pull one out, then
Fair.
yeah.
Right,
So that was
right.
it. I never got it. So all I did was I got the anime, but I ended up just printing it out and putting them on sheets of paper just so we could have something for this
That works.
episode.
Yay.
So I'm going to randomly pull one out. All right. So, luckily whoever's watching this, you will not have to sit through the whole discussion to get this moment because I'll just release it at some point. Um, This is an old one from the list a long time ago. I was not expecting this.
What
So
is it?
I kind of want to pick another one.
What
Oh,
was this?
come
Wait, all
on.
right. You can pick another one, but then tell us afterwards what it was.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just not ready to watch that. I'm not in the mood to watch it. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie.
okay. Valid, valid,
That's
valid.
fair. That's perfectly
Again.
fine.
All right. Go to another one. I want to watch something newer, I guess. I don't know. It don't have to be new, but okay, I'm cool with this one.
All right.
All right. All right. So the anime that we will be watching uh this this month coming up for you guys, the month of April, will be, can you see that? Erased. You ain't gonna be able to say it, but the anime is
Oh,
erased.
Okay.
Yes.
erased.
Okay.
Yeah,
God,
that's
I'm not
what
ready. I am not ready. Oh my God.
I have no idea what that one is about. No, you told me a little bit about a stick, but
Mm,
uh
I'm not ready. But
we
oh my God.
It shows up on a lot of lists. I'm trying to remember what list they show up on though.
all right.
Stick, I'm
Have
aware. I'm aware.
Nisha, I'm guessing you haven't seen it yet. Stick,
I
you
know
haven't?
of it, dear God. I know of
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Stick, have you seen it?
I've not seen a race.
Uh,
It's I've been putting it off.
okay. So this is another one that we all haven't seen yet. So this is exciting.
I'll say it leans more to like
Oh.
the dreariness of like a Tokyo Ghoul or Promise Neverland.
My type of story.
That's all I know about it.
Oh yeah, it says this is on a list of 10 anime that rushed the ending and hurt their legacy.
We'll see y'all next
Yeah, we'll see y'all next time. And the anime that I skipped over is Akami ga Kill.
Are you fucking?
Oh yeah,
I wanna.
no.
Damn.
You know, no, I get it though. Yeah, yeah,
I get it, but damn, man, that sort of been fun.
It's still going to be on the list, so it'll
yeah,
And that would
yeah,
have been fun though.
yeah.
yeah. Oof. All right, how do we sign out of these things?
Oh, so bye.
Later, peeps, I guess.
No, but make sure you follow us on YouTube, Together We Anime, Instagram, Together We Anime, TikTok, Together We Anime. Yeah, and keep on the lookout for the clips that drop. Follow us for the full episodes and things like that. And put the hands up. Bonsai.
Once
Bonsai.
I
All
will
right.
eventually get in one direction one point. Like
One day.